If you're postpartum, here are some accommodations you can request when you're returning to work. My name is Paige Sparks. I'm an employment lawyer, and the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act is a relatively recent law that has updated worker rights to require employers to provide reasonable accommodations for pregnancy and postpartum needs when you request them, especially if you're trying to return to work. Here are some examples of accommodations you can ask for. You can request a clean private area to pump breast milk, and they cannot make you do that in the bathroom. You can request access to a refrigerator to store your breast milk. You can request modified duties, like if you have temporary lifting restrictions because you had a C-section. You can request the ability to sit or stand, whichever your needs are, and they have to engage in the interactive process to provide you either a stool or a chair if you ask for it. This is the one I see violated the most, where employers will try to be like, you can't sit, we don't let anyone sit. That's not how this works. They have to at least engage in the interactive process to accommodate you. If they're not going to give you what you asked for, they have to talk with you about other accommodations that may be available. Most importantly, they cannot force you to take short-term disability or some other kind of unpaid leave instead of accommodating you. Forced leave when you can work with an accommodation is not an accommodation. If you can't tell, that's one of my biggest pet peeves. The protections of this act apply to employers that have 15 or more employees, and it's a federal law that applies to all states. So no matter what state you're in, if they have 15 employees, this probably applies. You can also use FMLA leave the same time you're requesting accommodations under this act. They are two different things, two different protections. Comments, let me know what other questions you have about accommodations at work.